you go recharge, which is what I needed. So
Oh, that's cool.
Very thankful for that. So I got to read my Bible and pray and just kind of get a bit more recentered, and that was good.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
I feel a
Okay.
little bit more recharged, but not quite there.
Okay, great.
Almost.
I think we're connected here.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we're connected. Okay, so I don't see it on here. Sometimes I think it scrolls down a little bit. Yeah, it says live on YouTube. So here we are. Thank you so much for coming to my channel.
Yay.
My name is Cindy Bennett, and welcome to my channel. And I am interviewing Cindy Plummer today. Plummer, I keep saying Plummer.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, Evelyn, she totally, I don't know how I figured that out. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've seen an Ellen there all this time. I did know somebody with that last name, but they spelt it like with a MB. So then I went back, I'm like, yeah, my bad. I'm so sorry but
it is okay. I mean, my maiden name was funny spelling, and so I'm just kind of used to it. So
you're used to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my maiden name was actually very easy to spell, but everybody told me I had to spell it. It was very, well, you see it on Facebook. It's Holdsworth is my maiden name.
Yeah.
And they would always say, spell it. And we'd spell it and they'd say, oh, just like it sounds. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, my maiden name's Bergeson, and everyone, they would get it all wrong. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Burger. Yeah. So my parents thought it would be funny. They were thinking of naming my brother Ham, so it'd be hamburgers, because of how everyone mispronounced the last name. They weren't
they weren't going to do it. I've heard of some people doing stuff like that. I was going to say, really? Yeah.
My brother Steve has a very good name.
Normal name. Good. That's good. Well, that's my first question is introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Cindy Plummer, and I have been with VIPKID for 2 years, and I'm stay-at-home mom. Currently, I mean, everyone has to be stay-at-home.
Yeah. Really? So am I. What a coincidence.
But yeah, so I have 2 kids. My son is 7 and my daughter is 5. And my husband is, well, he actually does get to go into work, but he does government contracting kind of things that we can't talk about. But
yeah.
So
he's saving the world. We get it. We watched Spider-Man today, so we get it.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what we do. But yeah, we live here in Allen, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. So
okay, wow. Yeah, I haven't been to Texas. I had 2 boys that lived there for a little while, and I wanted to go visit them, but now they've both moved out. So they lived in the Austin area.
Okay, yeah. I grew up in California, and for the longest time, I'm like, I will never live in Texas, and then
here I am. Yeah.
Been here for 10 years, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would love to go there. Yeah, I've known some people that have moved from friends that I've had online that have moved from California to Texas, and they've stayed there. Yeah.
Oh, I do love it. I mean, granted, the heat is the only thing that I'm not a fan of, but air conditioning everywhere, so it's okay. It's
bearable. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am from New Hampshire, so I am way up north. This is my map up here. So it is still cold. I am still like today it was like 40s. I'm like, seriously, this is not fair. It's spring. It's April.
I know. We've got blue bonnets in bloom right now. That's our
oh, nice
flower, and it only blooms like for like a few weeks in the spring. So everyone, apparently, there's something I learned when I moved here, but you have to take pictures in the blue bonnets especially pictures of your babies, your kids. So
Oh,
there are
yes.
tons of pictures all over. If you could probably just look up bluebonnets and kids or dogs.
Okay.
But yeah.
So have you gotten your pictures done yet with the kids?
No, I want to do it today because
Okay.
I've seen a bunch of people posting. Actually, somebody posted, they went and took a picture of Dino in a bluebonnet field.
Oh, that's awesome. That's perfect.
So
that's a good idea. Oh, that is so awesome.
That's pretty funny.
That is really good.
So I'm going to have to do that. I think I might try and do that this afternoon.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now I see you spell your name CYNDY on your name tag. Mm-hmm. How do you really like it?
Okay, so this my show name is Cynthia CCH, but I chose to spell my name this way just because it's a more familiar spelling. And so, but I personally go by CYNDI. My parents spelled it CINDY, and then about junior high, I was like, that's not how I spell my name. I changed it. So, so CYNDI just feels like it fits me a little bit more. I don't know. There's nothing wrong. I'll go by anything.
Okay. Yeah, I just kept it the same, but my name is not Cynthia.
Oh, okay.
So mine's just plain CYNDI. So it's funny because when I was in high school, we had a small high school, 100 students, 5 CYNDIs.
Oh my God.
I'm like, so then I got in an argument with this one girl and I'm like, but my name isn't Cynthia. Because everybody I knew was Cynthia. She's like, well, I'm not Cynthia either. I'm like, great. Now we have 2 plain CYNDIs. I can't even have a plain CYNDI.
So yeah, I liked how it was a little different. So that's why I changed the spelling. I could always go by my middle name, I guess, but my parents were very thoughtful thinking of all my names. So Chandel is my middle name. So, which is very unique.
Wow, that is very pretty.
So whenever I do art, I usually sign Chandel.
Oh, that's awesome.
My middle name.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was really surprised when I heard that the person who founded VIPKID was Cindy. Yeah. I'm like, we've got this. Cindy's have arrived. Yeah.
Cindy's of the world unite.
Yeah. So my name is Cindy VBL. So it's got 3 letters. And I just found out recently that however many people there are with that name, they add a letter. Like the first Cindy would get 1 letter, then 2 letters, so that's how many Cindys there are. I have 3 letters.
Yes.
After my name. How many letters do you have after yours?
3. It's CCH.
3. Okay. So, CCH. Yeah. Okay. It's so
close to I almost thought, I'm like, they're so close to my actual initials because I'm Cynthia Chandel Pummer. So I was like, why can't it have been P? That would have made so much sense to me.
Yeah. I don't really understand why they had to be so random about it.
I know. That's all right.
It right now. Yeah. So that's great. Well, so how did you find, the question is why and how did you find VIPKID?
Well, I had lots, I can't say lots. There was a couple of different friends who, I had a neighbor down the street. She had started interviewing with them. I had a friend from church who with them. Okay. And so I had a couple of different points of contact, I guess you could say. But it wasn't until we had needed to find another stream of income. And so I decided, well, I could do this and still be able to be at home with my kids. So I thought I'd give it a go. So
yeah.
That was.
So, but your kids don't homeschool normally, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I could not do this.
Yeah, well, you're doing it, girl. You're doing it, girl. I know. I was just talking to somebody yesterday because I have homeschooled before. Mm-hmm. But then this is my 7th year in a regular school because I teach and the kids go to the school. It's a small Christian school.
Nice.
And so I was praying about what we're going to do for next year. And then I was telling my friend, you know, I was praying and asking the Lord what I should do. And then God said, great idea. The whole world's going to homeschool now. So yeah, I never expected that. That's for sure.
My son, we've had issues with him. He had a speech delay and ADHD and all of these things that was very overwhelming for me to have to deal with. So he is our challenge. That's the biggest hurdle, I think, for me, is to be able to reach him and get him to understand. But
yeah, and that is hard. I think those are the ones that are going to have the hardest time for the next little while, for the special needs. And I'm actually tutoring my granddaughter because she's had a hard time. She's 6 and she's having a hard time reading, and you know, her and her mom sit down, and it's just really hard when it's your own kid. And some people have, like, I guess they have a lot of patience with their own kids, but I think it's pretty normal that it's hard to teach your own kids. I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, I'm coming to realize this because I see lots of other people going, oh my gosh, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
So I know I'm not alone.
Yeah, I don't really have, I mean, my kids do a lot online, but they say because we have a small school, all the teachers have coordinated their lessons. And so they're sending us stuff. And so the kids are all saying they're done, but I just got a message from one of the teachers that I need some more work. I'm like, oh, well, you're gonna have to wait a few minutes. So it's hard if they give you a lot of work, and it's hard if they don't give you a lot of work. You know, it's hard either way.
I could see how that would be.
Yeah. So, are you tech savvy?
I would say so. I'm at the very end of Gen X, so I'm like sort of with my foot in the door. I'm not nearly as tech savvy as my husband is. So, but I'm not nearly as bad as my parents are. So I consider myself right in the middle.
So when you got into VIPKID, did you feel like, what? I have to make a video. I have to do this. I have to do that.
That didn't really bother me too much. As long as I knew that my husband's the researcher. Like if he gets into something, he's like immediately researches everything and he finds the best thing or the best price, everything. So I didn't really have to worry about any of that. So he's like, okay, here, let's get this camera. And
oh, wow. So that's awesome.
I feel very fortunate to have such a researching kind of a husband.
Yeah.
But those kinds of things didn't really bother me. And I'm just growing up performing, I being in front of the camera doesn't bother me too much. Although, I mean, when, those first few classes, it was like nerve wracking, like, oh my gosh, I have a real person on the other side.
Yeah, I know. We get so intimidated, like we have to do it perfectly. And when they're just kids, like, they're, even if you make a mistake, it's not that big of a deal.
Unless their parents are just like strict about it. So
yeah, I had to talk about Japan today, and I've never done this lesson before, and it was level 4, and he's like, is Mount Fuji a volcano? And I'm like, I think we just read that it was a volcano. But I'm like, because he's like, I don't want to ever go to Japan, but this one lesson, it's like tsunamis, volcanoes, earthquakes. I'm like, I don't blame you. But I'm like, I know a lot of people live there, so it's not all bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you done that one? The one about Japan? Yeah.
Yes, I have. And most of the times the kids want to go there, so
I was really surprised. I was really surprised because a lot of my kids, but I think some of the kids like to watch the Japanese cartoons and stuff, and that's why they like it.
That might be
the anime and everything. So when what is your VIPKID schedule? I
teach from 5 to 8 right now, straight through. Now, once the kids, whenever they go back to school, I'll have to take a break in the middle there to get them out the door. But for right now, just that block of of time. So.
Okay, so you don't do evenings?
Oh no, I tried probably my first few months. I tried teaching evenings, just like three time slots on Friday night, and I was completely spent at that point. I knew I was not giving my best to my students, so I decided just to shut it down and just do mornings. So
yeah, I do a few on Friday and Saturday, but it does make the weekends exhausting.
yes,
That's for sure.
absolutely. And I knew
Yeah.
for my kids, I'm probably not. I want to be my best for my kids too. So.
Right. Yeah. That is part of it too, right? We're supposed to be doing this for our families, and then yeah. All right. So how do you handle distracted kids in your classroom?
Oh man. Well, distracted kids are hard. I mean, you have to try and give them something that's a bit more engaging than whatever it is that they're being distracted with. So sometimes just being silly, making noises, or doing something, or maybe just completely stop talking and maybe just kind of disappear for just a bit, just to see if they're paying attention. They'd be like, wait, where'd the teacher go? So
Yeah, that's good.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a trial. Answer me this question. I had a trial a couple days ago, and it was, I mean, I went through the whole trial, but when the camera opened, the kid didn't want to go to the camera. Then the kid went to the back of the room. They must have had like a trampoline or something, and he was just kind of jumping around. So the mom put the camera over so that he could see the screen, and I could see him in a distance. And I basically went through the whole lesson. Mom kind of like repeated after me to try and get the kid to repeat after her. And toward the end, I was like, good job, Mom. You get a star.
I probably would have done the same thing.
I mean, I looking back, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have gone, but it was the interactive one where you go, you know, red star, red ball. So there's a lot going on the screen.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know what else I should do.
No, I think, and sometimes I've also had where they've been like off camera because they were too shy. And I did one trial where probably the first half of that I just had my puppet just right in front, and so I kind of just hid behind, and that seemed to help. I mean, just to give them something different other than me to look at. So
that's a good idea. Pull out a puppet.
My arm hurt after a while though, because I was like, okay.
That's a good idea though, to pull out a puppet or to like do something they don't expect, you know, to get them to come closer. What is she doing? Yeah. Or maybe if I I saw one teacher has balloons. I think maybe I'll get
I tried that once as a reward because I can do balloon sculptures and stuff, but it was so noisy. It was really noisy. I'm like, I'm never doing that again.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I would think that would be good, but okay.
It's really loud just because the squeaking of the twisting and yeah.
I can picture that. Yeah. So don't use balloon sculptures. Okay.
Unless it's already done, like you could do it in stages. Have one already done, and it's like ooh, like that.
That would work. Yeah. Have them made up ahead of time or something. Okay, so do you have a favorite teacher that you learned from online, like YouTuber or like?
Well, I would say Lydia Delgado, Learning Craft. She was actually my mentor when I first started, and so she gave me lots of really good information and just really wonderful support. So I absolutely adore her, and we've gotten to get together and meet, and so I consider her one of my VIPKID friends. So yeah.
Good. Yeah, I was hoping to meet her. I was going to go to Journey. I was hoping to meet her there.
She's
great. Because I've watched a lot of her videos, and kind of I don't know if she knows who I am, but I've commented on a lot of her videos.
She might. I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah. And I've gone to like a couple of her lives where it's just like Texas people, and
Yes.
she's probably like wondering why I'm there. But I'm like, you know, hey, the door's open.
No, it's all good.
So, what's your favorite prop?
My favorite prop. Well, I'd say probably my whiteboard is my favorite, just because it's so multifunctional. I use it for correcting, for helping with, pronunciation and stuff like that, but then also use it for rewards, for drawing. So I think that one's probably my most used prop of everything. So
do you use drawing rewards much, like throughout? I know that Lydia is big on that. I watched a video on her.
she does. I do it mostly my level 3. I'll do it for level 3, just different ones, and they just tell me, what do you want me to draw today? And so they get to have a choice in what it is that I draw.
Do you give them choices, or do you just open it up? What do you want me to draw?
Usually just open it up. Sometimes
wow.
I'll say, let's draw a face, because that one's usually, especially if we're going through, things that have to do with emotions or things like that, because I tell them, okay, is it angry eyes or happy eyes? Or
you should do a video on that. I would love to see that. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Do it. Yeah, because I can draw simple stuff, but I'm not a big artist. I really would like to practice more.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just,
and the kids love it.
Kids do love it. Yeah, I love drawing rewards. I joined the drawing reward group on Facebook, but for a period of time, I only did drawing rewards. I love these, where you start out with a circle, and then they don't know what it is until the very end, and they guess. And I've also been doing these with my granddaughter.
Oh,
so
that's really cool.
I like this one. So you draw it, and they don't actually. I saved the ears for last.
Yes, so then they give it away.
Yeah. So I love those, and for quite a while I did just drawing rewards.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, and it's simple. It's something you can do, and that's a good thing for distracted students too, because you can actually have them do it too.
Oh,
you can draw a circle on your own paper.
Right.
And then
and sometimes I had students, they'll draw on the screen what they want me to draw. So they're like, draw a house like this.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, because a lot of them are really good artists. They say they can't draw, but they really draw amazingly.
They just can't draw as well on the computer.
Yeah.
That I understand.
I had to do a UA with a kid today, and he didn't have his project, and he had to draw an amusement park. I'm like, well, you have to draw because you didn't do anything else, and I'm not writing sentences. So we're drawing the amusement park, and I'm like, you just do this, I want to give you the points. And he had plenty of time left, but
well, that's good.
He wasn't thrilled with it, but I think they're just perfectionists,
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So, let's see. What do you think the qualities for a good teacher are?
I think patience is probably one of the biggest ones, just because, well, it's just difficult. I mean, learning a completely different language in immersion to boot is very difficult. So I think just having patience with them, and they've got hard days. We've got hard days.
That's true.
I'd say grace is the next thing that everyone needs to have, just in general.
Yeah.
But I think those two go hand in hand. And a sense of humor, and trying to find, I did a video on trying to find the funny, because that's what helps the kids stay engaged. I've noticed is when you find the humor in the lesson, because that makes it memorable, because they're laughing and they're enjoying.
That's good. Now, what's the name of that video? Is that
Finding the Funny.
Finding the Funny. Okay, I'm going to look for that one. I liked your last one, that things that you've learned through the quarantine.
Thank you.
Yeah. I actually in my last live on Saturday, I had different people think of things like, and tell me what they thought. And I gave them a couple things that I came up with. So that was in my live on Saturday.
I
But
don't think I saw that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
that was off of yours, because I said I wanted to. I thought that was good because, you know, we're gonna learn a lot of things, but we do have to keep the humor in that as well. It just kind of makes it get through the days.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, it's gonna go into some despair kind of place that you just can't get out of. So
yeah, exactly.
Finding the humor in, and that was actually something that was kind of funny. Not the humor, but finding the joy in every situation. That was the Bible verse that I read today that I really felt. And the other part was that because it was Philippians 2, 17, 18. And the main point was that Paul was, had a servant's heart in a ministry, suffering servant's heart. And he never gave up. And that was like the overwhelming message to me, even though that probably wasn't necessarily what the passage meant, but that was what God was speaking to me through it today, was don't give up. This is hard, but don't give up.
Yes.
And find the joy in every circumstance, and just to encourage other people to find the joy too. So I thought that was what I needed to hear this morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I would say, what is your strength as a teacher? Maybe that's it.
My strength as a teacher, I'm encouraging. I think I do help. I think I do find the funny in lots of things. I think the kids think I'm hilarious most of the time. but yeah, I think that's what I bring. That's my strongest. I usually get tags for patience and for a lot of scaffolding. I'm good with that too.
Good. So. Awesome. So what are your goals for VIPKID? Do you have any goals?
Goals, just keeping at it. I mean, there was a time where I thought it would be fun to be a brand ambassador doing something like that, but I know, I don't know. I want to keep myself open to whatever it is that is going to happen. So I feel if I make my goal too fine-tuned, that I might be missing out on something else because I'm too focused on this one thing. So I'm trying to keep my options open. I have too many. I'm a jack of all trades kind of a person, so I always like to do lots of little things all around, and so there might be something else I want to do on the side. So I don't want to, if I'm too focused on this, I'd miss an opportunity over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that's changing, like as far as, I mean, they have a lot of good teachers in VIPKID, you know, and it's just, especially I've noticed since we've started the YouTube group that these people are so amazing. So I feel like I'm getting lost in the shuffle, but it's good to get to know these people and learn from them and stuff. And help each other.
I did see that they had like a design consultant position, and I missed it. I was like, just a couple of like weeks off from applying for that. And when I saw it, because someone else had gotten the position, I'm like, oh, where was I? Why did I miss this? But
wow. So what do they design?
They would go and help people with their classrooms. I would absolutely love.
Wow.
So if that ever opens back up, I'm applying.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So
that sounds good. That is not my expertise at all.
I would love it.
I like slapping up one of these things and
okay.
I don't know. But my daughter is very artistic. And so I'm always like, I want her to do, like you have your chalk thing. I'd love for her to make me something like that. She's really amazing. But let's see. Do you have a Facebook group of your own or a YouTube group or anything like that?
I don't. I've been contemplating after you had talked about how it's very advantageous, and so I haven't done it yet. So I'm still thinking about it.
Well, think about your expertise. Like there is a drawing reward group.
That's
maybe
true.
maybe a background designers group.
Maybe that might be fun.
Yeah, take what you like, and then people, like I have the iPad group, but that's just for, you know, people to learn about. It's not because really I'm an expert at it. It's just because I wanted a place for iPad users to go.
Right.
And it is helpful, instead of everybody going on every group and saying, do you use an iPad? Do you use an iPad? Do you use it? You know, and that kind of thing. So that's what I think works. And like Evelyn starting the YouTubers group was a really great idea. I think Nancy Taylor ought to give her a pat on the back.
Yeah.
For that one.
Well, I am a moderator on 2 Facebook groups.
Okay.
On the Positively Pink. It was because I was part of the pink team for the Paint Bucket Challenge.
Okay.
And so after that had all finished, they wanted to keep the group. So I'm one of the moderators on that. And then also I'm a moderator on the VIPKID Embroiders and Creates. So those are
what's it called?
Embroiders and Creates, because I had shared an embroidery project that I was working on, and one of the other teachers was like, we should start a group. I said, okay, let's do.
Well, there's also a crafters group. I'm in that one.
Nice.
It's just crafters, anybody who does any kind of crafts. That one. And I'm in Lydia's. The Lydia's group, but she's pretty strict on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if I could qualify. I'll just enjoy that one from afar. But yeah, and we do have, I'm on the Team Black, which was in the Paint Bucket Challenge. The Team Black were the ones that were part-timers. So nice. That was really fun. So I actually won a backpack from them because
awesome.
Yeah, because they were they put out a plea for everybody to make pictures of the Team Black people, and mine was chosen for a prize, so that was cool. So yeah, and then you're in the YouTubers group. What's your favorite group that you're not moderating or administrating or anything?
Oh, I do like the YouTubers group. That's a lot of fun. I do like my VIPKID Texas group is also a good one. And the love, Peace, Love, and VIPKID, that one is also another good one. So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. So I have one more question, and that would be, what is something you've learned from VIPKID that has transferred over into your regular life?
Something I've learned that's transferred over. I guess just to, I think a lot of all of the tools that because I didn't go to school to be a teacher. So all of the tools of teaching English, I've been able to use to help teach my kids English.
Oh, that's great. So, I didn't even ask that. What was your background?
Yeah, I went to school. I started out as a music major, but then music theory killed that. And I knew if I was going to continue to love music, I had to change my major. So
yeah,
I graduated with a human environmental science / business major with a concentration in environmental design, which was as close as my alma mater had to interior design. So yeah, teaching, I did not have a teaching degree, but I have parents who were both teachers, and so it was something that I knew enough about, but I was very nervous actually for the first month really. I thought VIPKID made a mistake. They're like, why did they hire me?
Oh, that's funny.
So I didn't open any slots actually the first month. I just watched workshops and more workshops the whole time until I felt comfortable in thinking I can do this. So yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been with VIPKID?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. So are you signing your?
I already signed my 5th contract. So
okay.
I'm in I'm the first part of my 5th contract. So yeah, I got hired Chinese New Year in 2018.
Okay,
so.
awesome. Yeah, because my 2 years is coming up. One more month. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's so hard to believe. It seems like it's only been like a few months. Like
I know.
I can't believe it's already almost 2 years.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, like my first year, I never took a day off.
Oh
Like
my
I just was going, shh, I have to get 1,200 classes. I want to get 1,200
right?
classes. And then I actually had to take time off to go on senior trip. We went to Jamaica, and I was like, I don't know if they're going to have internet in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I get there, I'm going to open a short notice because I want to teach at least one class in Jamaica, but their internet was terrible. So I'm like, that's not going to work. So I'm glad I didn't open any. So I did that was my first time taking time off, and it felt good. I'm telling you what.
Oh yeah. I bet.
I'm like, I can handle this take a break stuff. So do you have any like advice for new people? You're nice.
My advice is to be patient with the whole process, because it does take time. And I think, I don't know how many people come in with the thought that, oh, I'm just going to immediately start teaching. I mean, for some people that does happen, but the majority, that is not a reality. And so just to be patient and not to compare your journey to anyone else, because everybody is different. And I think you just have to stay positive and remind yourself that, these students are choosing you. The ones that are, they are choosing you. And so to pour into those kids everything you can, and they will tell others, and you will grow your business. It just takes some time.
Yeah, that's true. How many followers do you have on?
I've got 143, I believe.
Okay.
Last time I saw it fluctuates.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple went down this past week, but I'm like, they might be just kind of, sometimes we kind of clean out,
Yeah.
Obviously all the ones that aren't following me aren't booking me, not all of them. So
right.
Yeah.
Because it's like someone's shopping cart on Amazon. They have a bunch of stuff in the cart they're not going to necessarily purchase, but they like it. Just not enough to. So.
Right. And then every now and then I'll get somebody, like I had one recently that it said I taught him once, but I didn't recognize the name. And then it was like a long time ago. So I'm like, okay. And then I didn't really recognize the person either. Oh, this is my friend Meredith. I'm watching via generator. Oh, this is Meredith. I was supposed to meet her in person in Atlanta too.
Oh,
and
no.
she, it didn't work out. Yeah. And so now she just lost her power last night. So I was like surprised to see her name. Yeah. Were you going to go to Journey?
No, not this one. I would love to. I mean, I went to Journey when it was in Dallas. And that was the last one I went to, but it was awesome. It was great. So I recommend it to anyone who had the opportunity. Totally go to Journey. It's great.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to be a journey, like maybe a year.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a while.
It's going to be a while. And, I don't know if we're going to, when this all works out, we'll see how it goes with us in China.
Right.
It's a little touchy right now.
Yes.
But I honestly, today I sneezed. I will come in this room in the morning, and when it's first thing in the morning, I don't have allergies. You can tell I don't have a cold or anything.
Right.
But every now and then, like just starting out, my nose will tickle, And in one class, I sneezed twice, and I'm telling you, that kid was scared to death. And I was just like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not sick.
Oh,
but the look on the poor kid's face was like, oh, So now I wonder if they're going to just try to book us just to see if we're still okay,
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I had a couple of regulars where the mom would come in and go, I hope you're doing okay. And so it was really sweet because I'm not on WeChat. I just can't do that. But
Yeah.
so I know that they do care and they do love us. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah. And I think that that's a good thing for us too, because
Mhm.
they can see that we're real people, and sometimes they hear rumors about Americans or whatever.
Right.
That was the thing about that trial class. That little kid kept getting his toys and kind of shooting at the camera, like playing. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I just kind of pretended he's just playing. He's just,
Yeah.
but the thing was, I could tell he could talk. Like I could tell
Right.
he knew red apple and he knew blue ball, and he just wasn't cooperating. His
Yeah.
poor mom. If I was the mom, I might have just turned it off like early, but she made me go the whole stinking 25 minutes.
Well, maybe she was hoping that just maybe something will just trigger and he'll just want to participate. So she didn't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Have you done those trials where the new ones where there's all this interactive stuff?
No, I've gotten my certification for them, but I have not taught them yet. So
The level ones, there's a point where it's like voice activated, like the balls, like I see a ball, and when the student talks, the balls fill up.
wow.
Yeah, so it's like voice act. So they have to talk and they have to make noise in order for the balls to go in, which I don't remember ever learning about that. I just figured it out because I've done a lot of trials recently.
Yeah.
And so you say, I see a ball, and they say, I see a ball. And it looks like a pinball machine kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And the balls will go in, and then I say, I see a ball, nothing happens. When they talk, I see a ball, and the balls come in and fill it up. And it
Wow.
takes like 5 times
Oh
for the
my goodness.
student to fill up with all the balls. And then when it's completely full, all the balls pop and they're all disappear.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gosh, that's crazy.
yeah, maybe I should do a video about that, but
You
you don't want to
should.
get the kid's face in it. That's the problem. I don't know how to block out the kid's face.
Oh, I don't either, but I'm sure there's someone that does. You should.
Maybe the kid wasn't looking. Maybe the kid come to think of it. But the thing was, it will fill up with any kind of noise. So like if the mom says it, or if they make any noise, it sounds like it's just voice activated.
Gotcha.
It's really interesting. So yeah, so I tried to get him to go through that twice so that he would see how fun that was and everything, and to see that because he's talking, it's filling up.
Yes.
So
I think that's
yeah.
great. That's a
Yeah,
great
it's
idea.
kind of interesting. And
Mhm.
then yeah, and then it has your picture at the top, and then when you turn the page, the pictures go in the middle in little bubbles.
Oh, wow.
So your faces are in the middle of the page and the balls keep filling up. Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
well, I got into this doing more trials because a few weeks ago
Mhm.
I decided I was only going to take priority bookings, and then I was going to not take I didn't open anything for Frenzy.
Oh,
And
wow.
anything I still had open, I put short notice. And
Nice.
that's how I got trials. And so last month I was able to convert 3 trials, which I haven't done trials in like months,
That's so
like
great.
ever. I've hardly ever got trials.
Did you do the trial challenge last month?
I only did the one trial thing because I figured I never do trials. I can't guarantee I'm going to get conversions.
Yeah.
And I didn't count them all, but probably 20 trials that I booked.
Yeah.
But I would say at least 6 or 7 didn't show up.
Uh-huh.
So then out of that many, I converted 3.
That's awesome.
So the
That's great.
percentage is pretty low to how many trials you're going to get to actually convert them.
But the fact that you converted 3, that is great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping I'm on a list for good trial teachers.
Yes. I had a couple of really good months, and then they were sending me like tons of trials, and then I just got so many regulars that kind of bumped out those trials. So as people are all of these, cancellations, I know people don't like them, but I'm like, oh, I'll probably get a trial in there because of all these cancellations. So I don't mind them too much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I didn't get any. I usually get at least 2 a month. So I didn't get any last month. So I didn't make my goal.
Yeah, I think that's really hard. I don't know what their system is, but I think they
Yeah.
should give a system where they give every teacher
Mhm.
maybe 5 trials a month or something, so
Right.
that we have that opportunity to
Absolutely.
perfect our own ability, because it is definitely a different type of lesson.
It totally is. Totally is.
So,
And there are great workshops for people who feel like they couldn't teach trials. They are workshops that give you great tools for those.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's just kind of random. I'm really glad though, because I thought of that before the Trial Cup challenge.
Yeah.
So I was ready for it when it happened. So I
That's
was
awesome.
glad.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was great.
Very good.
All right. So what is the name of your YouTube channel if other people want to check it out?
My goodness.
All the great videos.
CYNDI PUMMER is just
Okay.
it's a bunch of random letters because I haven't hit 100 followers yet, or subscribers. So
Yeah.
once I get the 100, then I can change it. So, but yeah, just type in CYNDIPUMMER and you should find me. So.
Okay. And what types of videos? I know what types, but you can tell us.
Okay. Well, I have all different kinds of videos. I have DIY project kind of videos. So I made, I'm going to show you if you want to see.
Yes, absolutely.
Hats for Dino.
Oh, cute.
So I made a pig hat when it was the year of the pig, and then I made a unicorn hat. So those kinds of things. And then I made my dino art that is going to go in my new classroom whenever we move. And then I also do so organization, classroom design, those kinds of videos. And then I did videos on just VIPKID experiences, how to host a meetup, what nomadic teaching, my experience with that, stuff like that. So those
awesome.
Oh, and also introverted videos, because I am an introvert and I felt we were underrepresented on YouTube. So I have videos on how you can improve being an introvert as a VIPKID teacher.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell an introvert and an extrovert on YouTube because everybody looks like an extrovert to me.
Well, I guess
go on YouTube.
Being on YouTube, yeah, but it's the after part. You have to, like, there are some people this kind of energizes them, and then the other people where it's like, I have to go just bar myself in my room for at least 2 hours afterwards because I'm just completely spent.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like very similar to like when I would get out of clown, because you put so much into that character and everything. So the removal of all that, it's just like draining, and I can't do anything for at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is.
And it's good to know introverts can do this too. Like, you don't have to just be just crazy energy. Because when I first started, I was like all about the energy and being, I'm pretty extroverted pretty much, but I'm not like Nancy Taylor, I'm a little bit.
There are very few people who are.
So of course you want to look at that's my goal, but then you realize just, it's okay to be me, it's okay to be.
And there are so many families that don't want that much energy. They're
that's true.
And those are the students will find you if they will find your energy level that works best for them. So yes, there are some kids that absolutely need that high energy, and then others, they're okay with the lower key. I mean, you still have to be engaging. You can be key and engaging.
Yes.
So I think that's
very true.
So just knowing where your threshold is and be comfortable with that. So.
Right. Now, did you make your background? Did you draw that chalk art?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That is really awesome.
My first year, I didn't change it at all. And then when I came up to Chinese New Year, I thought, I'll do something special for Chinese New Year. And then after that, I changed it constantly with the season. So yeah, I do something a little different. You can always see it in my, well, in all of my videos as I went, the chalkboard changes.
Okay. So, is that just chalk on paper, or what is that on?
No, this is actually, so this board, it's MDF board. It's two, so this is a seam line, like right here.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 pieces of MDF board and then the frame. And this was meant to go out in the backyard for my kids to draw on, like hang on the fence kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
And so it's hiding much of the office. So.
Okay, awesome.
But no, and it's chalkboard paint was painted on it. So it's just an actual chalkboard. But yeah, what I do is I usually print out, I'll go Google a bunch of different images and to get ideas of what I want to draw.
Okay.
And then I'll print those out and just go ahead and draw. So I am not creative enough to come up with an original thought. Everything is borrowed from someone else.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, because I just look at it and I think I could never do that, but then I can copy stuff.
So you could,
as long as I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I liked your black and white drawing thing that you said is going in your new office.
Yes.
That is really cool.
That was a lot of fun to do. I think
that sounds like a lot of work.
Yes, it's a full day's work. A full, like 8 hours of work. But no, I was actually thinking if I ever do a giveaway, I'm thinking maybe doing one of those because I was thinking
that would be a great idea.
I can't sell them, so that is like I could do that as a giveaway. So
you can't sell them. Why? Because it's
proprietary.
Okay.
Stuff. I mean.
Oh, because you copied it from something else. Yeah.
I mean, this is VIPKID proprietary images and so.
Yeah. Yeah. And where'd you get your map?
My map that
you have behind you.
Target dollar spot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a felt map, and my daughter made all the little animals kissing.
That's good. Well, you're gonna have
I just left them there.
Kind of, it's social distancing now, right? So
I probably should.
You don't want to promote, social on distancing.
I'll just say, be the polar bear, because he's up all by himself.
Oh, that's funny. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
And she was really calm in your interview. Oh, well, it's good to meet you and to talk with you personally. Yeah. Thank you. And so I will see you online. I'll be checking out your videos.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.